We'll clear out a block for you, then you keep to it.
All right.
But let's be clear. If we see you out here, anywhere near our people, if I so much as even catch a whiff of your scent, I will kill you.
Deal.
We took out these walkers. This prison is ours.
Slow down, cowboy.
You snatched the locks off our doors.
We'll give you new locks if that's how you want it.
This is our prison. We were here first.
Locked in the broom closet? We took it, set you free. It's ours. We spilled blood.
We're moving back into our cell block.
You'll have to get your own.
It is mine. I took out personal artifacts in there. That's about as mine as it gets.
Whoa. Maybe let's try to make this work out so everybody wins.
Thomas does incredibly open body language here. When he says it was his first, he does wide open gestures with his arms. This openness shows clearly that he doesn't fear Rick in the slightest. Rick is making strong eye contact with him, and he responds with the same level. Clearly he's trying to be confrontational with Rick. Rick then does a faint smile, and these types of smiles can be easily spotted by looking at the eyes. His conscience is faking a smile to make fun of Thomas being stuck in the cafeteria. The muscles around the eyes don't tense up as they would normally if the smile were genuine. And a good rule to follow is that if you cover their mouth, you will still be able to determine if they're smiling by looking at the way their eyes tense up. Rick is doing this bit of body language to convey the message that these guys were rescued by Rick and his group. Rick distances and changes his proxemics to get away from Thomas when he becomes aggressive. Rick doesn't want to intimidate or escalate the situation here, which is why he looks away. This subconsciously tells Thomas that Rick is no threat to him. I think at this point in The Walking Dead, Rick isn't as confident in his own ability as he is in later seasons, which is why you see him back down here.
I don't see that happening.
Neither do I.
I ain't going back in that cafeteria for one more minute.
There are other cell blocks.
You could leave. Try your luck out on the road.
These three pussies can do all this. Least we can do is take out another cell block.
With what?
Landing here will spot us some real weapons, won't you, boss?
When Daryl says that he can leave, Thomas and the rest of the group look at each other. This is called building rapport and is a key part of our social structure. They look to each other to make a group decision, trying to gauge what each other are thinking, and mostly looking toward the dominant group members to make a decision. We are social animals, and that rapport building is incredibly important, and we often look to the most dominant person to lead when situations are difficult. It's why you see them look at Thomas here.
How stocked is that cafeteria? Must have plenty of food. 5 guys lasting almost a year.
Sure as hell don't look anybody's been starving.
There's only a little left.
We'll take half. In exchange, we'll help clear out a cell block.
Didn't you hear him? There's only a little left.
Bet you got more food than you got choices. You pay, we'll play.
This is why Rick is such a good leader. He's diplomatic, not with what he says, but with his body language. When he's proposing that they give their food in exchange for his help, which the member of Tom's group may find difficult to swallow, he distances and looks to the floor. Rick is using his body language to effectively ease the situation. He says quite a confrontational proposition, but distances and looks away to make Tom and his group feel more at ease, as he appears to be not threatening them. Eye contact is confrontational, and people get emotional, so Rick uses this to his advantage and avoids a confrontation. This works, and although one member of the group does respond trying to escalate, Thomas doesn't respond aggressively.
We'll clear out a block for you, then you keep to it.
All right.
But let's be clear. If we see you out here, anywhere near our people, if I so much as even catch a whiff of your scent, I will kill you.
Deal.
When Rick threatens to kill him, Thomas does a mouth tense. When our defense mechanism is activated, our muscles tense up in order to be stronger and more resistant to damage. Clearly, Thomas is now feeling threatened by Rick here. as we see his body show signs of the defense mechanism being activated. However, despite being threatened, Thomas still maintains strong levels of eye contact with Rick, showing that although he's feeling threatened, he still has overconfidence in his own abilities. He still feels like he's the one in charge and is willing to threaten Rick's leadership. If I were Rick and saw this, I would know that this guy's gonna be trouble later down the line. I would be confused as to why he wasn't reacting more negatively when the demands were being made. Looking at it, I think Thomas was going along with Rick's plans just to get weapons from him, only to then backstab him in the right moment. And if I remember correctly, this is exactly what happens, only it backfires on him. I might react to that scene in the future. Overall, this scene is perfectly acted by everyone. Thomas, using his body language alone, shows that there is a lot more to his character than meets the eye. To be able to convey this takes a lot of skill, so very well done to him. And Andrew Lincoln's performance is, as always, spot on. A really good scene. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. If you did enjoy it, please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more content, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.